Welcome. We're here. The show's on break.
Yeah.
Stupid ass. Just when it's getting good.
Yeah, I know we're sad about it.
I'm annoyed.
But obviously we don't want to stop the trajectory of our consistency for the channel. Those are some big words. They
Careful, man. That's a lot of syllables you're throwing out there.
Austin, calm down. Yeah, so basically we wanted to do something different just because we got to make a video and we're feeling really passionate about this topic.
Yeah. Try a little something else, you know?
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it'll go nowhere, but doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. We got nothing riding on this right now.
Yeah, we just want to do this because we've been talking about... I don't know if you can read that.
Yeah, probably not, but you can also see the background. If you know...
You can also probably see the title of the video if you click.
You know what's going on. You probably saw some crazy clickbait. I don't know what you're going to come up with.
Hilarious.
Some thumbnail.
Insane clickbait, yeah. Uh-oh.
We did what with these anime girls? Anyway.
Oh, shit.
Sorry. So, yeah, we're going to talk about ZZZ.
Yeah, good old stuff. This game... When did it come out? It came out like a month ago, right?
Yeah, it must have been like a month. Like, it's pretty fresh. Like, it's brand new. Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, it's just been super sick.
Yeah, I mean, we don't do much of any mobile gamery.
No,
Not
like, I've dabbled a little bit, and he's also just dabbled. Like, I used to play, like, Clash of Clans. And,
I mean, you showed me that one you played the other day.
Yeah, I don't want to, that one, I won't out myself on that one. Yeah, we'll keep the other one a secret too. But yeah, basically, mobile games, we know what they are, and we know what they're trying to do, and what they're like. And this is a mobile game.
We've never been tainted by the disgusting Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rails. None of that. I've never touched a Genshin in my life. I don't even know what it is.
I've never touched a Genshin in my life. It hasn't impacted me at all. So
That's a good one.
thank you. I know, yeah. Anyway, that's why he brings beer.
Yeah. For the funnies.
For the fun, yeah, for the good,
Even for the funnies.
for the horrible plays on words. Anyway, yeah, but this is technically a mobile game, and we love it. We think it's really cool. Obviously, it just came out, so there's lots to come. But
Mobile game.
you know,
I mean, it's on both.
Yeah.
It's really. I mean, they make it for both specifically, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so that's kind of what we want to talk about today. Is just this cool game. We're just gonna do like a general overview, kind of like dip into like the main structures of the game, the main points, and like just kind of bring up our thoughts on them. And
Do we think this is a review? Is this a review?
that's what I'm unsure about. Is that it's like a review, but it's also hard to call it a review because it just came out and there's more to come.
Yeah.
It's like an early days review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're reviewing the game. I think I'm not even gonna try and say her name. The police.
Zuan.
That.
Yeah.
Her.
Zuan.
She's
Yeah. Whatever.
really fucking cool.
Yeah.
She just came out today, so that's when we're recording this. We haven't. I haven't played today at all.
I haven't gone on yet. I need to. Everyone's just stoked about it.
So like for example, our frame of reviewing is in beginning to when she came out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's like
it's the first version of the game. You know, that's what we're at.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I mean, we have some pros, lots of pros.
Yeah. It's a lot of
some
pros.
cons.
We have a few cons just to balance it out and just to be like not super biased and realize that there are things that they can work on.
Yeah. I mean, there are some problems for sure.
Yeah.
But like overall, we're really enjoying it. To be honest, loving it a lot. It's super fun.
It's just there's just so much passion behind the game. Like you can just tell it's like so well made. And we'll kind of get into that in a minute here on some of the things. We got our notes here because we just don't want to miss any points and we don't want to blabber on because we both were blabbers.
We will absolutely ramble for like 2 hours about everything, and nothing will be cohesive at all, and it will be terrible.
Yeah, so we're gonna use this nicely printed, colored.
There were so many technical fucking problems with that goddamn printer.
Okay, have you ever used a good printer? No, you haven't. Nobody ever has. There's never been a good printer
real.
ever.
All right, they're not real.
Sorry,
they don't exist.
That's what we're talking about. We're gonna do it.
Let's get past the printer talk. All right, I'm done with fucking.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it anymore. It literally took like half an hour of my
Can you
day.
turn it off? I imagine that sounded great on the mic. Anyway, he's turning the printer off. I hope this all looks good. Does it all look good? I hope so.
It won't die.
It won't die?
I can't turn it off.
You can't turn it off.
Hold on. Yeah, it really doesn't want to.
By the way, for the record,
Oh, there we go.
it would be really funny if you are actually watching. Okay? He's back. With gusto. So... It would be really funny if you watched the last video we made. And if you did, you will know that Carlos is behind the camera. He's currently filming us.
Yeah.
He's the cameraman now.
Yeah.
But he's camera shy because he got absolutely fucking decked last time. He interrupted the video, and we just slammed him. I mean, we slammed him.
Yeah, he tried to take the center of attention, and we couldn't have that.
Yeah. So he'll be back probably.
Yeah, he needs time to heal. All 6 of his legs are broken.
Yeah, we docked his pay too, by a lot. Anyway, on to the actual video.
Yeah.
So, first off, I mean, can we even start talking about this game without talking about the animations first?
Yeah, the animation, like, obviously what everyone has been seeing immediately from trailer to, like, gameplay to anything is just how insane the animation is and how cool the style is. Mm-hmm. So, that's kind of our first topic here is just how stylish this game is. It's like...
They went so hard.
Oh.
In every way.
So much effort was put into every frame and, like, ounce of the animation.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like a comic book. It's like, you know what it really reminded me of? And actually, I haven't said this out loud to you yet, but do you remember Ruby?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It reminds me a lot of like refined Ruby.
Yeah, that's a good point actually.
And I always loved the style of that too. And but yeah, there's a lot of like comic book vibes. There's a lot of like eccentric extensions of like characters like stretching and like it's cartoony and it's fun and it's so cool.
Well, that's how they that's a trick that's used in a lot of animation. It's like doing like if you want to show a really cool angle, you'll do like hand right here. That's how they'll draw it, and then like like it always looks really cool, and it looks. You only really see it in like a lot of high budget animation things.
Yeah, like top tier.
Or like anime does it, just traditionally when they draw it and stuff. Yeah. But like seeing it done in like 3D is just...
That's another good point.
So cool.
Yeah, that's a great point too.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like, and it's just so smooth and there's like so much... what is it? It's like they took time to like do every frame.
Yeah, right.
Like which is weird because I'm pretty sure it's what's that suit called? Mocap suit? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost like 100% sure that they mocap it. But
yeah, right.
Like it's insane. Yeah. So yeah, obviously right off the bat, I'm sure even people who haven't played it have seen this game and noticed the animations and just how insane they are.
I feel like everyone's seen this game at this point, right? Everyone's seen it once.
At least once. And yeah, it caught our eye and we thought it was cool, so we picked it up. And that's also kind of a prop to the animation and just its style because that was like the main reason I was into it. I was like, oh, this is cool. Like I hadn't seen any gameplay yet. Yeah, right. Like just seeing it, it's so flashy. It's so just like... It's vibrant. It's unique. Yeah, it's really vibrant and fun. They do it in a cool way where like, I don't know if you've noticed how like
washed out so much of it looks.
Yeah,
But then they use a lot of colors.
Yeah.
So like, because you wash out everything and then bring in the colors, it looks just incredible.
It's so cool.
Like every color pops.
Yeah.
Because it's all kind of grayish, you know, when you're running around. Oh.
Yeah.
It just looks fantastic.
It's very good. And then that's just like the regular animation. That's like cutscenes. That's like, you know, whatever. You're like, there's a lot of animations in the game, but a big one is like when you're in combat.
Yeah.
And Sean and I are just like fighting with these characters, and then you do like a sprint and then come to a stop, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, there's like they put so many animations into everything, like every little thing, and it's so cool. Like
the attention to detail on these like minuscule animations, you know, because you can copy and paste the same like female model and give them the same animations. Like
yeah,
literally, actually, Warframe's a great example. Like the idle animations, like you literally can just you know, you would have a basic character model and they would all do the same run, stop, run, stop.
Yeah, everyone does the same kind of animations. It's just copy pasted.
Almost like a whole bunch of the characters have like unique, like stopping or like jumping. Like it's like
no character is animated the same in any, like, not even just like moving. Like they all have their own unique way of like walking. Like outside of just animation wise, like it shows their personality in so much of their animation.
Totally, yeah. Like it just drips with character.
Yeah.
Right. Like you can just tell how some of these characters are just in the way that they animated their walk.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Or like, you know, certain attacks. You're like, oh, they're nimble. Like the way that. Oh God, why did I pick this one? Nekomata.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. My name pronunciation. The cat. Yeah, the cat. Yeah, like after you do like her front flip kick slam thing, she like balances on one foot for like a bit, and it's just so cool.
Yeah.
Like that's not with any of the other characters. Like
like it's such a cool way to show personality in a character without giving them like voice lines everywhere or like whatever, you know.
Yeah. Like you can just get so much off of body language and like movement.
Yeah.
And they do a really good job of representing that in each character.
Yeah.
I feel.
The way Nekomata is so just like bouncy in so much of her animations and like gets really low to the ground and stuff, like it shows.
Yeah, like does cat like poses and like blah blah blah, right?
Fitting.
Yeah, or
the way like Ambi will, she's just very, she keeps putting her sword back in the sheath over and over again in so many of her animations. Like
they didn't have to like have that drawn out thing. Like a lot of games, they just would automatically have it back in there, or like, you know, just they wouldn't even include a sheath for that reason. Yeah, right. Like Dark Souls, it just kind of pops onto your back. Yeah, right. Like just for an example, like love Dark Souls. Don't come for me. But like that's just an example. Yeah. Like they didn't need to have Ambi slowly like it, and it's like there's camera shake, there's sounds, like everything. Like one of the characters, her name is Sukaku, and we discovered literally last night, was it? I think. Yeah. When she does like any slam with her axe or anything, she's like right, whatever. She'll like bring it back up and put it down, and you can like the whole like there's camera shake, like there's sounds.
She like bit of camera shake.
You can tell there's weight to the axe.
Clunking of it whenever it moves, it's so cool.
Satisfying, and like just the attention to detail, because the game is very like you're hitting buttons, like you're doing stuff the whole time. Yeah, you're doing so the fact that they took the time to have it drawn out, like when you're hitting no buttons, like animation. Yeah. They didn't need to do that because you're barely gonna see it anyway, right? Yeah. So pretty cool. Yeah, there was a night a while ago. Okay. If you remember this, that you and I stayed up for so many hours and we watched and went through the animations of all the guns in Modern Warfare 2. Yeah. The new one. Yeah. And like, it's so cool. It's so cool. Oh my god. Animations in games really impress me, and I love it when I can sit down with some animations, watch them, and be like, I know that animator did that. Yeah. They didn't have to do that, but they did it, and it looks incredible. Yeah, there's a lot of that in this game. And like, I don't know if anybody else is going to notice this. Probably not.
But like how many people do you think know in Modern Warfare 2 that if you only shoot one bullet out of the revolver, you pop out one bullet and put it back in? If you shoot two, you take out two and put them both back in. Like, just those little things, and they do so much for games. And I don't see enough praise for animators for it.
Totally.
I just don't.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, because like, it's a mass-produced business.
Yeah.
Games are now like, just pump it out, get it to the public, make money. It's like it's a product more so than a passion project.
Mm-hmm.
It's a product, not a project.
Yeah.
Because before it was like Halo was just like, I just want to make this.
Yeah, they just made it.
They're like, we got to figure out how to make this. Like, it's so cool. Like, and we can't just let the. But now it's like, oh, we can make so much money if we just pump this game out. People are gonna buy it, whatever. So that kind of care isn't really thought about, and isn't like integrated.
Yeah.
Call of Duty was an interesting one, and I feel like it was extra shocking with that one because obviously it's Call of Duty. Because
Call of Duty.
that falls into that category.
Mass-produced
Like,
video game that
of all time, except for maybe the Assassin's Creeds. Holy mackerel, there's way too many of those. Moving on.
Yeah. Jeez.
Anyway,
Controversial already.
yeah. Sorry, whoops, we're opinionated. Basically, it's super cool that they took the time out, especially in a mobile game,
Yeah.
because it's defined as a mobile game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, so much of their work was definitely put into that, the animation side of it, and I think it really paid off.
Oh, totally. It totally drew me in, and then kept me around. Every time I got a new character, I'm like, oh, yo.
Yeah, right?
Like, they got so much class and style.
Yeah, you get a new character and you're like, I want to get in here and I want to see like all these little animations.
Yeah. You just gotta see what they do and like, oh man.
Yeah, like if you dash and then stop before the dash ends, they have like they'll stop there. Maybe they'll do a little slide or something.
Yeah.
Or like if you're sprinting and you come to full stop, they'll do like a full stop animation.
And those are all unique. Like they aren't
unique
copy and
for every
pasted between characters. So you just get to see like they're all unique animations for every character so far.
Mm-hmm.
So far.
Yeah.
But like that's just wild to me. Like,
so cool.
That's
Yeah.
like they didn't need to do that, but they did.
You know, it's funny because that was actually our second point already on the document, and we just naturally flew into it. And like, I don't even think we
Look at that.
acknowledged it.
We studied.
And actually, we've done 3 of these so far.
Oh, let's go. See, this is why we have this, because we already lost track. We were getting up to here.
All right, well, we're fucking flying through this already, but I love it. The characters. Let's have a little chat about the characters.
Yeah, because this falls, obviously we're talking about the style of the game, and like that's like the right, like that falls into a lot of things. The animation is just the most eye-catching one, I feel like.
Yeah.
But then before that is the character design.
Yes.
Holy moly, the character design. Look at that guy.
Character design.
Holy mackerel.
Too fucking hard in this game.
They're so
hard.
cool, man.
Every character has such a cool thing to them and a cool design, and it takes that thing that sometimes can be annoying in anime where it's like this character has one personality trait, right?
Yeah.
That's a thing. But in this game it just does so much for it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so cool
Like,
to see. Just they're all so cool. They're just so unique.
like they all have their own like look to them, and even ones that are in like similar factions still manage to be like diverse.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't say Corrin looks like Lycon at all.
Yeah, right?
Like yeah, they're in the same. They both wear like a fancy outfit.
Yeah.
But like there's like they have totally different. Oh god. They have very different vibes. And
Yeah.
like all the cunning hairs, like they're all super cool and like also totally unique in design. Like Nicole does not look anything like Billy, and Billy doesn't look anything like fucking Ambi.
Yeah.
And they're all eye-catching. They're all colorful. They're all like I like how the gear is like accentuated.
Yeah, right.
Like Ambi's gauntlets are like bigger and like
and she's got like these large like metal pieces on them, on her outfit, and it just, I don't know, it fits. So much of her design just looks like it's very shock themed.
Yeah, they they match the vibe of
Or like music themed.
Yeah.
She's wearing the headphones all the time, and like she's kind of a music themed character in some way, which sort of fits the like lightning vibe to her.
Yeah.
But like, goddamn. every time.
Thanks a lot. I'm thirsty.
Man's thirsty.
Or like,
I'm
yeah.
thirsty now.
Ben bigger.
I'm bigger now.
We love the bear. Yeah, and then yeah, they allowed that's actually a good point to roll into. I don't think we put it in here, but like they weren't afraid to use like what do they call them?
Therins?
Yeah, Therins. It's
Something like that, yeah.
the real world term is Therian,
Yeah.
but they're Therins.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's a cool thing. I always liked it because it's like that's a whole other like set of diversity they can do for characters.
Yeah.
Like man's a bear.
Man's a bear.
Man's a whole bear.
You know what? I'll take it.
Like that's sick.
I like having a fucking bear. I like having Ben Bigger in the game. I like a bear.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and I
love
think
it.
everyone agrees. Like everyone who plays the game is like, it's so cool. You just have a giant bear with a huge rocket cinder block.
It's so sick.
It's so cool.
so sick.
And you're looking at these characters and you're like, Ben Bigger is not like any of the other characters, or like, they're all unique. And I feel like that's a pretty tough thing for anime too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the drawing, like a lot of anime faces end up being the same. I feel like I feel like you can look at any of them from far away and be like, oh, that's that character.
Yeah, for sure.
Like character silhouette in terms of like character design,
It's a huge
thing.
I mean, that's a huge thing with League of Legends. Like, one of their biggest things when they're making a new champion in League is what is the silhouette like?
Yeah, I know. Like
it needs to have.
I need to be able to know what character it is if they are like a complete shadow.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like that totally applies here.
I think
And then
so.
same with the coloring. Like you look at the characters' coloring, and like a lot of them have some unique piece that like draws them out from everybody else.
Yeah, or like you can see just
Yeah, right. Literally, right, like
yeah, like she's blue.
like,
you know, like
that's
blue
not
theme,
like any of the
and
other
maybe
characters.
kind of the green theme. Like it's a really cool way of doing character stuff. You know.
Yeah, I think it's like the design's just really well done.
And I just love seeing everybody simping over Ellen and everyone simping over Billy.
Yeah.
And like everyone just loves Ben. Like it's great.
There's just a lot of love for all the characters. Like everyone's just like I think I've seen an edit for like every single character in the game, which it was pretty telling.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I feel like there's a lot of times they get like one character or like a few characters get focused on, but I swear I've seen like every single one. Someone is like there's a fan base for it,
right.
which is
It's a good vibe.
it's cool.
You know,
It's cool that they're all cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have to be like, oh, I didn't get this one. Okay, that was the only cool one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been happy with everyone I got because they're all interesting and they're all unique and they're all cool.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think moving on a little bit, sort of.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, we gotta flip that in. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to like, I don't have a ton to say about it, but like, the music is fucking awesome. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Oh my god. There's so many tracks and it's insane. And there's so many tracks that aren't even like available really, which is also annoying.
Yeah.
Like there's no official release yet, and I don't understand how you can release a game by such a goddamn popular company, have the game explode so much, and go so hard on the music, and you don't give us an official release.
Yeah. See. Yeah. Because obviously I feel like that's more of like your end. You love that shit.
Yeah,
The
I
music.
love it.
So yeah. I feel like you probably have more to say about it. If I had anything to say about it, it amps you up.
It amps
Like
you up.
you're feeling it while you're in combat or like anything, even in like the exploration things. It's like this fits the vibe. It's cool. Like it's not annoying to listen to.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of games can be repetitive in that,
Yeah.
and I don't feel like this one is. I haven't noticed it. It's got a little bit.
It's got a little bit, yeah. Some
But-
of it sounds similar.
They're still cool. Like I feel like they aren't. They're done in a way that doesn't. Even if you're hearing the same one, it's not annoying.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Well, one of the cool things is that you have. It does something that Killer Instinct did, actually. Sort of. Where you have kind of like a lower version of the theme. Like the same. You have the song, but you have like a lower version and like a high pitch, like action-y version. So, like in KI, you would have. Oh, no. I'm thinking of Doom.
Oh, really?
Pretty sure, yeah. 2016 Doom.
Oh, yeah. No, they had like a lower tone, like
Yeah, but
that's
was
like
yeah, that was he did that for like every song.
Oh, really?
So,
Oh,
like,
okay.
every song had like a lower version and like an upper version.
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
And it would perfectly transition whenever you get into a fight.
Ah.
So like the song would be playing, and then it would transition as soon as you start fighting into the action-y version, and then as soon as you stop fighting, it transitions back.
Wow, that's
and then
cool.
Blah blah blah. It goes back and forth.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so this game probably does that too.
It does, because you notice it in the exploration parts of it, for sure. Like when you're not actually in the combat, when you're doing the exploration, there's like a lower version of the theme playing in the background, with a little more chill. But then as soon as you get into combat, it just kicks in, and like,
damn,
it's so cool. And
that is cool.
KI kind of did it as well, because KI would have, like, near the end of the match, it would start ramping up over and over again, or like in combos or something.
Right.
How like high combos, it would ramp up, and that's one of the reasons actually that like it took a while for Doom and KI to have, and especially KI, because KI had what I understand, it's actually kind of different, the official releases, because the music was designed to be like 2 or 3 different versions.
Yeah, right.
So like, if you're playing the game, you're hearing technically 3 different versions at all times. So how
So
do
the
you put
official
that
release,
into-
they just kind of like let it play
Yeah,
out
you had
as
to-
like a...
Well, he had to put them into one basically.
Yeah.
So it sounded a tiny bit different than how you hear it in game. So there could be something behind that as to why there's not an actual official release yet. But I'm just speculating.
That's a good speculation. That's a
Yeah.
good point. Yeah, because they might have to compile them,
Yeah.
which it takes work. Audio is horrible.
So yeah. I hate audio. Yeah.
I will say it's funny that the 2 games that you were mentioning there, I think they're both Mick Gordon.
They are, yeah.
So that's like,
They are. Yeah, that's one of the things that he does, you know.
that man's a genius.
He's so good at what he does.
Yeah, he
and,
sure is.
It's a shame what happened with Doom Eternal. But we will not get into that, alright? That's a whole other topic.
You'll have to tell me about that. I actually don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that after.
Moving on to.
Yeah, so user interface. Something that is so important and gets overlooked so much in video game creation, and man, this one, it's fine. It's good.
Good.
It's good. It's like,
Let's move on.
okay, yeah.
No, it's UI is a weird one. I feel like UI is a really weird one in games.
It's a hard thing to talk about because I feel like people don't really think about it.
I think people are thinking about it more nowadays because of how many bad examples there have
There
been.
have been a lot.
It's like, dude, how do you launch Modern Warfare 2? Circling right back to that.
Yeah,
How do you launch that and have it look so terrible?
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's like a horrible mobile game. And then you have an actual mobile game that looks infinitely better.
Yeah. There's like
UI is a weird one. It's...
because there's a feeling to it, like there's like latency behind like certain moves, and that's not because of like the console or like the computer or anything. It's just like sometimes it's like weird stops, and I'm like trying to, you know, it, like sometimes it just feels uncomfortable. Sometimes you're like trying to load the goddamn multiplayer menu, and it's like, actually, here's the store.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I feel like with a lot of mobile games and these anime games specifically, to kind of be more like generalized on it, usually they're super overwhelming when it comes to like menus. It's like it's like beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, like
anime tits,
all these things in your fucking face, anime tits in your face at all times.
Oh, I gotta go here, gotta go here, gotta go here.
Yeah.
Right. So this game, it like opens you up, and it only has like a few menu options, and it's like,
which is a really good way of doing it. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna go here. It's so gentle about your like introduction to the game, and like it's. I feel like if you were to look at our gameplay now, you'd be like, oh, that's a lot of menus. But obviously, because we've been playing and we started off with that smaller dose, it's so easy to grasp. And I like, and that stuff, I can't handle it. Like, it overwhelms me. Like, you know, when you get too many quests in Skyrim.
Circling back to this.
Sorry, I said this and I was like, I gotta bring that up.
Yep.
Like, you're like, Oh, I'm gonna talk to the bartender. Oh my god, okay, now I gotta go hunt a dragon. Oh my god, now the guy, I was on my way to the dragon, now the headless
I walked outside of the bar, the fucking courier's here giving you a quest.
There's an elf, and now he needs me to go save his kid? Why isn't he doing it?
Where's there a bear in town? Who's it killing?
Wait. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Anyway, just, like, a lot of games like this can do that for me, and this one did not, which is super impressive in my opinion, because I'm pretty easily overwhelmed.
Well, it definitely throws you into this world, but it does it in a very gentle way. Like you said, like it's like, okay, this is how you start the missions, and then like after a few story missions, it's like, okay, you have exploration missions and combat missions. And then after a little while, it's like, okay, here's the VR club. This is where you start getting materials. And then a few missions later, something else unlocks. And
and
it's just a really good way of doing it. And slowly more menu things open up. And it really eases you into it without
throwing it all in your fucking face at all times. And
and then I think another thing to note really quick on that is just the marker system, or like the waypoint system. Waypoints suck, by the way. They're great. They suck to code. Anyway,
yes,
they're very clear and concise about like where you need to go, what you need to do, and they don't really like it's like, oh hey, you need to go to this general area and specifically in this one spot. It's right here. You can walk to it, you can warp to it, like it's so quick. And they do that not only with the traveling like throughout the 6th Street, but also in all the menus. Like it's like, oh hey, because they give you a lot of like bonuses and stuff, like there's a lot of like challenges to do and like whatever, and all of them they always let you know like, hey, you got a thing, it's in this menu here, it's in this menu here.
It really feels like it really feels like this game has gone through a lot of quality testing.
Which
a ton.
Which that gets, they just want to push it out to get the game out, and that gets skipped. That gets overlooked. The quality and like assurance of the customers or players enjoyment and like understanding of the concepts and like menus that you've made, it gets overlooked constantly. Like, and even like this, okay, so the game is, sorry, I'm just gonna go on a little tangent.
Go
the game is a little bit the game is single player, okay, but there's this little like arcade thing which is super fun.
The
arcade's so fun. I could talk about that stupid snake game forever. Anyway, we have way too much fun with the snake game. Moving on.
Stay away from this guy in that arcade.
Oh, I'm a monster. I'll
destroy you in that snake game.
I will eat you up, dude. Moving on. We joined each other so easily. It was so quick. And I haven't experienced that in so long, man. So long.
Yeah, we were just like, oh, let's play the snake game together, and I figured out how to invite him almost instantly. The invite sent out to him, and it popped up on his screen, and it was the easiest goddamn
so smooth. Like, yeah, it's only a little mini game, but like, it's still, I just haven't had a fluent joining experience. Like that in so long.
And that's a really good testament to the UI.
Yeah, and absolutely.
Like, the quality of the game.
Yeah.
You know, like, if I get an invite from my friend, I just want to join that person.
Immediately.
Okay?
Immediately.
I want to press the button and join that.
And they did that. It was like right there, hit a button, bam, I'm there. Yeah. It was like so fast. I was like, oh, okay, cool, let's go.
Yeah, like it was.
I was almost like dazed.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck, okay.
You're here already?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like, oh my god.
Like, okay, I don't want to have an invite pop up for my friend, but I don't. All I get if you invite me is a notification telling me.
Yeah, go to this menu deep within the
I have to open my friends list, and
bowels
I have to go to my invites list, and then I have to click on the invite and then hit accept. And
my god, yeah, it was crazy. And yeah, sorry, I just felt like there's a really good example for like, oh, they actually care about this.
Yeah.
Because I was actually stunned when it happened. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Great. Let's fucking go. All right.
Yeah.
Is that everything? Yeah, I mean that's kind of. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's the last thing. Is there's so much extra flair in the menus for no reason.
Oh yeah.
It's all on theme.
Yeah.
It's all like stylized to match the game, and it's like you know what it's going for, which is great. Obviously.
Yeah.
Good. I bumped here. I tapped her a little. Whoops.
She's so fucking fragile. I don't know how the fuck she's. This one. Sorry, quick detour.
Yeah.
You brought it up. I bought this and they sent it in, and it was the most broken thing I've ever seen in my whole life. And I got it on Amazon, and they're like, the whole box was. I have the box.
All right. While he's gone, oh god, the camera.
Don't worry about it.
So, I'll just go on this little tangent. There's so much flair. Like, you just, even when you just pause, there's like this whole background of like their main character just chilling on their phone. They're just relaxing. It's all animated. Like, they're just hanging out, and there's like multiple options for that. Or you want to toss it to me? Oh, yeah, dude, you're doing some crazy parkour. I wish I could film this. Oh my god. I can't believe you can do a front flip like that.
We're good.
Okay, anyway, okay, well, I'll pause.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that was the box, man. I don't know. How well can you see how fucked this thing up?
It's like dented, it has a
came in.
scar.
It was like fucking smashed to bits.
Oh, isn't that then there? Yeah, that's all creased. Yeah, that's creased there too, yeah.
The side, I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, it's hard. You can see like some highlight, but anyway,
It
in
was
person, it's
smashed
fucked.
off.
He's right.
Yeah, and
I sent back to the seller and I'm like, dude, the box is smashed to fuck. Her leg's not even on. It's just broken. It's straight broken.
Her leg's not even on.
Just broken
You
off.
send a photo. It's like
I did send a photo. I sent them a goddamn photo. I took a picture of it.
awesome.
And they're like, okay, yeah, you can send it back. And then they sent me the address. And it's a fucking line of numbers this long.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? I went to the post office. They're like, that's not an address. I can't send this. That's not an address. That won't go anywhere.
Like a line of code.
Yeah, they basically just told me to kick rocks and go home. So, so I went home and I'm like, I messaged them back, and 3 days later they're like, you can just keep it. So I got it for free. They sent my money back too, but I had to put her back together. No, it didn't really work. Yeah, exactly.
Her hand is, you can probably can't see it, but her hand is attached.
Yeah, her hand is attached.
That's awesome.
So she's fucked up thoroughly.
I was gonna make a joke. I don't know if it's appropriate.
Is it?
I like my women all broken.
That's good.
So it's a joke, guys. It's a joke. Anyway, moving on.
I can fix her.
Yeah, you did. Lo and behold. Magic.
I can fix her.
The box is battered. Horrible. Okay.
Where were you?
Sorry. So
Parkour and
that's
front
okay.
flip
Yeah,
over
you did a
the
backflip. It was crazy.
It was a front flip, actually. And a backflip.
A gator?
No. I backflipped to get across it, and then I front flipped to get back.
Yeah. I did see that.
Yeah, you did
Yeah.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was off camera.
Yeah.
Off camera grinding.
Yeah. Hopefully you didn't actually see the reflection. Then
That'd be really funny.
That would be hilarious.
It's just
It's actually just.
anyway, yeah, the menus have flair. The cool pausing thing is like all animated. It's cool. It's just them chilling.
Yeah.
You can get multiple characters after.
The one of the things I wanted to bring up was the main menu. Like when you log in, I love.
Oh yeah, I love that. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. Yeah, the TV.
Yeah, like when you first open the game, there's like the TV.
It's like GTA, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool.
All the like that's a good example of like passion.
Yeah.
You don't make a bunch of random fucking television ads for a TV that plays in the main menu unless
No.
you give a shit.
Yeah, like it's like
so cool.
they have no relevance to anything, but they just
Yeah.
did it because it like matches the vibe and it's cool and like
Yeah. It's so cool.
it's silly. Like the Starlight Nights, like that's just such a
Yeah.
fun like yeah.
I saw somebody. Did you see the Tiger Man?
No, I haven't seen that.
There's like a straight up tiger dude, and they're like, that's gonna be a character. And I added him. Like he's a huge hulking. Like,
Oh, like
tiger.
in the show?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I have.
Yeah,
Sorry,
they're
I thought you meant like they released him. I'm like
No. They're like, yeah, he's gonna be a character. I'm
That's
like,
cool.
that would be awesome.
It's
He's like
a giant tiger. It's
yeah,
just like what's his
buff
name? Tai
tiger.
Lung.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Huge. He's jacked as fuck.
I love Tai. I think I'm saying it right. Tai Lung. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think pretty sure
That sounds right.
Anyway, Kung Fu Panda Villain 1. He's so sick. Anyway.
Awesome. Yeah, I love him.
And then the other thing I wanted to note is the character menu when you're like looking at their skills and their abilities. Every time you switch from skills to abilities to gear, they do a cool fucking pose
Oh my god.
that they don't need to do. They did. The first time it happened. The first time it happened, I was like, "Yo, that's so sick!"
So fucking.
It gives so much style. It's like, God, just. We're putting that in user interface just because, like, yeah, technically the animation.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like something involving the UI when you swap, like that gives it like such a. It's just like fun to be in the menu.
Yeah. Right.
Like I'm like, yeah, you do spend a lot of the time in the menu because you're like trying to make a good build for your team and stuff, and they make it fun. Like I'm like, oh cool, I get to. I don't like it's not annoying to go to this menu because I get to see fucking Emmy doing her cool like
the pose.
Oh, so sick.
Yeah.
It's like enjoyable to be in the menus.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable to be. That's.
I like opening the menu and going to the characters and like switching through, and it's so cool.
When have you ever said that? It's enjoyable to be in the menus. That's crazy.
It doesn't happen. It does not happen often.
That's a great way to like sign off the pros. It's actually enjoyable. Like I'm not upset when I'm in them.
Right.
Which is wild. However, it's not perfect, as most user interface always has something going on that's like there are some slight delays, like I was talking about when I first began this tangent. You're hitting over and you're trying to hit A, and then you go into the wrong one and you're like, oh my god, that's annoying. I wish that didn't happen. It happens more than I'd like. But also I'm trying to do everything super fast. I'm just like, so
exactly.
It might just be my.
I've had that happen too sometimes. I'm like in the W engines or something, and I'm trying to switch between. I hit one button and I know if I hit it and then go down and hit enhance, and I just end up taking it off or something.
It's like I'm looking for Dark Souls quick swap parry speed, and it's not there.
Yeah, I need Destiny 2 loadout swap to fight Captain Planet right now.
Yeah. That's so. We're a bit intense when it comes to our gaming experience, so speed is like a thing for us, and so it just doesn't quite keep up to our.
Yeah, it's only in some menus.
It's not occasional at best, but it has been noticed, and
for sure.
Obviously, that's something that can be smoothed out.
Yeah.
And I would say that even though they do a great job of easing you into the menus and like all this the world around you and like all the exploration, it can be overwhelming.
Yes.
But I feel like honestly in this day and age, like games just have so much in them that like it's maybe more expected.
Yeah.
But it could be overwhelming a bit to maybe get into it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, one other thing, and like sometimes they just don't give you all the information everywhere, which can be frustrating.
Yeah.
If you're starting a mission or something, it happens usually in the VR club or like the outpost or something. It's like if I'm starting a mission here and I want to see like it's a little inconsistent where it sometimes doesn't tell you what the enemy's not resistant to, what their weakness is. Like if I'm fighting this boss and I'm doing like I'm starting a mission, spending battery to fight this boss or something, sometimes it just doesn't tell you what their weaknesses are.
Yeah.
And then like when I have to go back to find out their weaknesses, I have to go all the way back to the video store and then go in there and go to the workbench and then open the menu there and then find the enemy and see what it's weak to, and it's like
I shouldn't have to memorize it.
Yeah.
It should be clearly stated. Like it's cool that they have like a logbook for it for that sort of thing, but like if you're about to do a mission, it should, and weaknesses are a big part of the game.
Well, in Monster Hunter, for example, you always have access to a codex of.
You just pop it up. There's your journal.
Which this would be. I would like to just see in the menu all the time what the enemies I'm fighting are weakness to.
Oh,
I would like that.
A logbook would be good too.
Yeah, but that logbook is in the game at the workshop. But can I just like let me access that
from the pause menu? Yeah, that makes sense.
Pause and then go to the codex. Blah blah blah.
That's a good idea. Actually, that's a really good solution to that problem. That's good. That's nice.
It at least keeps it from being so annoying that I have to like either Google it or go all the way back to the video store and do all this shit.
As soon as you have to use like Google for information, it's problematic.
Yeah. So there's spots like that that can be ironed out a little bit, but I mean, it's kind of nitpicky in a way.
Yeah, we are nitpicking. Like it's like I said, it's enjoyable to be in the menus.
Yeah.
And like it's got some of the most style that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
In terms of that degree, so there's a lot more good to say, but we just figured we're doing a full review, so we should try and look for things that are not exactly perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Because everything has room to improve, and honestly, if they did fix these things, if we bring them up and talk about them, then it's just going to be even better.
And to be honest with you, we're not reviewers.
No,
okay?
we
don't review anything.
No, we don't.
We just play stuff and have fun.
Yeah, and
So,
we review for each other. I'm like, hey, this is how I feel about this, and Sean's like, you're an idiot.
Cool. Dragon's Breath is actually good. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. So yeah, take this all with a grain of salt. It's completely our opinion, and we have no real experience in like grading things like this. We have a lot of experience with games.
Yep.
So I feel like that gives us some warrant to like talk about it.
Well, we've never done reviews of anything
never.
really, so I've never really been in that position where I'm like, okay, let me look for the negatives.
Yeah, because usually we're pretty positive when it comes to games. We're like, oh, this is cool. Like,
And usually if there's a
like
negative, I just say, okay.
Yeah, we're like, whatever, move along. Yeah, this combo is way too cool for me to care about that right now.
Oh, okay. Still good.
Yeah.
Maybe try to bump the camera.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, that would have been bad. The only other thing I'm going to say about the UI is, I think we've gone through all the things.
Yeah, everything's good except for that last one there.
Yeah.
Is a good point, and I actually struggle with it sometimes.
Yeah, so the one thing that I genuinely think is not a good UI one is for the Battle Pass, which is weird because I figured if they're going to make... I don't know who's sneezing.
Someone's sneezing like death out there, man. Anyway.
Yeah, if anybody's... If you're a company and your whole thing is making money in a mobile game, why in the fuck is the Battle Pass screen so bad?
I wanted to talk about this simply
bad.
because of how weird it is that they would not ensure that it's like the smoothest thing.
Yeah, it feels like another company was brought in to do the Battle Pass screen and they just did not do a very good job.
Yeah.
It's
like,
the one screen in the game that I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Everything's huge.
And it's like a
It's a
yellow
little
outline on the white background, so I can't tell what I'm selecting.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I have slight colorblind issues, so it might just be me, but like,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, I can't fucking see where the highlight is. Man.
yeah.
I don't know. Like,
I can't see the highlight either.
yeah. I'm like, hello, where's
The
my
only
marker?
saving grace is that if you switch between the menus or whatever,
Yeah.
and then you go back, it always highlights the thing you're trying to pick up.
So that's nice.
Like, it always automatically highlights it, but if it didn't, I would be lost. I would be so fucked.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
It's the one. It's like the one screen. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. And I'm also like, okay, is there any way to see, like, all the stuff that I get in the Battle Pass?
Yeah, there's not really.
Yeah.
No. The Battle Pass is it's almost like it was an afterthought,
Yeah. that's
which
what
is
it feels
weird
like.
because you'd think that'd be
Yeah.
like
You wouldn't think so.
like one of the first things they're like, okay, how do we make money off of this game? So it's actually almost kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like maybe they didn't think it. They're like, oh yeah, I guess we gotta fucking put in a Battle Pass.
I mean, hopefully it gets better.
Yeah.
That's the only screen that I'm like, this is bad. This sucks. This is not good. But you have one screen in the whole game.
Yeah, one of many.
Yeah.
Like there's so many screens in a video game.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's kind of our wrap up on the user interface and like just nice menus.
You did the UI. Good shit.
And now we got the good stuff.
The good stuff.
Well, I would say the animations are some of the best stuff too. Good music. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But really fun stuff.
The gameplay.
The gameplay.
Yeah. The actual game.
Yeah,
Right?
the actual game. So
We're talking about the game.
we haven't even talked about the part where the control matters.
That's the part where you play the actual
part where you
video
actually
game.
do stuff other than
Yeah.
walk around and talk to random idiots on the street. Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So there's two core pieces to gameplay, and that's combat and
Exploration.
yeah. Woo! We're always in sync.
We're all
So-
except it was on the other page, so it took me a second.
Yeah, I was like, what is it again?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots to say about both, so we kind of broke them up into their own little pieces. They're very different, but they're both core pieces of what make the game the game.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
what do we start with here? I mean,
I know, that's what I'm thinking, because I do agree that this is like what really drew me in. I'm like, oh, this is sick.
Yeah.
This is sick.
We'll start with the parry system is fucking so cool.
It's so cool.
Really satisfying.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah,
That's
like
really
it
all
feels
that
good every time I do it, and I haven't gotten sick of it even a little bit.
Yeah, just like the sound effect, the sound cue for like when like
The whole area going dark and like
Yeah.
there's like a rainbow effect, and
I notice
Oh.
the like the gold thing that
Yeah,
pops
yeah,
up,
yeah.
the gold like plus sign that pops up when it's like parry time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I definitely notice that why they designed it like that when you play it on mobile, because it's a smaller screen, harder
Mm.
to see, but you see this giant gold plus pop up on your screen, so you know parry time, you know. So that's definitely why they designed it like that. But I think that's one of the biggest things that makes me enjoy the gameplay. It's so fun.
it's so satisfying,
Yeah.
and it's fun with every character.
It's a huge dopamine rush directly into my brain when I parry and I get that awesome fucking sound effect. Yeah, it's like it's straight up Sekiro. It's straight up Sekiro.
So
It's
cool, man. Yeah.
Oh, and when you like parry multiple attacks.
Yeah, parrying multiple attacks. All the characters have like different follow-ups and like different parries. Like some of the range characters, like you can delay it, you can choose not to attack after, and
Yeah.
because there's like a follow-up attack, and you can like delay it, and it's just cool.
Yeah.
I will say as well that I love that they give you the option, because I feel like in Elden Ring, just as an example of a game that has parries and like deflections and stuff, it's kind of it's pretty specific. It's a little specific. I feel like it's like, okay, this attack you can probably parry, this attack probably not, whatever.
Yeah.
It like gives you an opportunity for every attack, which is cool.
Yeah.
Like technically that's available in Elden Ring, but like there's some you're like, there's no goddamn way I'm gonna the crab. There's no whatever. I don't want to talk about the fucking crab. I'm gonna lose my. You have to do like a cut, like a be back and like, that's a fucking crab. That's why I beat up Carlos.
Yeah. Austin has a beef against crabs.
Dude, actually, I shouldn't say that.
Oh.
Just the oyster job and like.
Yeah,
I've killed so many crabs, but that one I feel bad about.
Yeah, he worked an oyster job and he was required by law to stab crabs with a pitchfork thing.
Policeman, like, do it. The police actually showed up once. That unlocked a memory.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
They thought we were stealing oysters. And we had to be like,
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really weird.
yeah.
Hey, are you working your job?
Yeah, I'm like, yes. Billy, you're out here at 4 a.m. I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
That's
Then
the
like,
job.
you're wearing all black. I'm like, yeah, it's cold. I'm wearing my beanie. Like, what do you want me to do?
The ice, the fucking whole sea is frozen. What do you mean? Why you wearing all black?
Anyway, sorry, tangent.
Shit, yeah.
Basically, the parry system's cool. I don't know what happened in between the crabs.
Crabs. Why are we talking about crabs?
We were talking about crabs because of the parries, and Elden Ring are inconsistent. And this game, it's like, yeah, you have a chance pretty much every time.
Okay, we can clarify though. I mean, we really should. You can parry the crab's grab attack in Dark Souls 3, but you can't in Elden Ring.
And I tested it for like an hour.
Yeah.
And I just had to make sure
It's
because
the same crab in both
it's
games.
the same. It's coded the exact same, but they just
the big
removed
the huge crab.
the big giant crab in Elden Ring. You can parry it in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
But it's like carbon copy, like literally dragged.
the same crab.
It's the same crab, and down to a T. Like there's nothing different. Everything's the same. They dragged it from here and put it here, and then they were like, "Oh, the grab attack on that one is parryable. That's dumb." And they removed it. Why would you mean? Why? Why would they go through the effort? They went through the effort to remove it, which is insane. Whatever. Dumb, and makes me upset.
That's the context.
That's the context.
Yeah.
I'm sure that someone out there is gonna watch this and be like, "Thank God, it's not just me."
That would be the funniest. Thing ever.
Oh my God, gotta fly that guy out here.
Yep.
Anyway, so yeah, this game, it's very consistent, and you like, you can parry every attack if you want. You can dodge every attack, and like, it's so satisfying.
Yeah.
And I like that they give you the option between parrying or dodging.
Yeah, right? It's really cool.
So obviously in Dark Souls as well, there's the roll mechanic. In this game, you have. I'm just comparing it because it's very similar. There's a lot of games like that, but obviously that's just the one that comes to my mind. You know, you can roll. In this game, you can dodge, and you can either parry the attack or dodge it, and you get a cool, like, thing no matter what you do.
Yeah.
With a cool follow up, and it's cool that you can switch between them.
Yeah, and like the follow up moves have like their own stats and everything, and like, yeah, they have their own effects.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, like like on the parry, it does an instant shatter.
Yeah,
pretty much.
awesome.
Which is insane.
Nekomata gets like a damage buff by like 20% or something.
Yeah, like
it
it's
stacks twice every time she does a dodge attack.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. It's so cool.
So it's cool, like, and certain characters are going to benefit from one option more than the other, and you just got to go in and learn your character, and it's just cool because there's a flow to it. Because I'm like, okay, parry, I'm gonna miss this one, dodge, I'm gonna, you know, whatever. It's like a rhythm game almost.
Yeah,
it's so nice,
dude.
Yeah.
If a developer ever watches this, put a rhythm game in the arcade.
Oh yeah, I'll mess that up, please.
Put like a
Guitar Hero clone
in the arcade.
Good call.
Co-op too.
Yeah.
How'd you co-op it? Can you co-op Guitar Hero?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. There's battle mode and like
really?
yeah, and like campaign mode and like.
Is it like 2v2? Can you do that?
Not 2v2, but you definitely could. Like, I'm sure that they could have coded that. Like, I can see it in my brain that that's possible, but...
That would be so sick. This guy would destroy it.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Guitar Hero battle, the battles in Guitar Hero was so good.
Get Andrew in on that.
You just load up 3 of the debuff things, and you're just like... They're like... You have to, like, hit the whammy, you're like hitting buttons, you're like, oh... Anyway,
oh my god.
Yeah, that'd be sick. That's a cool arcade
awesome,
game, anyhow.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they could add for the arcade.
Oh yeah, like really so many. Like it's cool that they, because you can just add like Galaga.
Yeah.
You know, like you know, Space Invaders, chess.
Sorry.
Solitaire.
Solitaire.
I can play alone in the arcade. It's just like a dirty table of like cards in
the back corner of the room.
That's so funny.
We're covered in cobwebs and shit. Oh my god. Where the fuck are we?
We're talking about parries.
Lost it. Parries, yeah.
This is why we have this.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much do we have much more to say about parries? I mean,
no, I think that's it. It's super smooth, super nice, and
it's the dopamine rush that like keeps you playing. And keeps you wanting.
If it wasn't there, the game would be.
You know what it's like? It's like the chests in Vampire Survivors.
Ooh.
Like you find it, you're like,
oh my god, it's been 15 minutes, and then it's like, oh.
You pick up a chest and it like shoots all these colors all over your screen.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. It's that hit that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And it comes up like every second.
Yeah.
And you're like constantly juggling. It like plays like Batman Arkham.
Yeah, kind of does.
You're like surrounded. You're like parry block. Like it feels so good to like get that rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Sick. Very good and super satisfying. More on combat.
Mm-hmm.
We brought this up many times already, but like we haven't really talked about it. And then, oh yeah, I really want to talk about that. So anyway, let's just do this one. We've already brought it up a couple times just because it, you know, their style's unique, their mannerisms are unique, their animations are unique.
Yeah.
But their combat is also unique.
Yeah,
Shocker.
The characters all just they play so differently. They have different like game plans for what they want to do.
Yeah, like different strategies, and
I don't think I would call it a con really, but like there's just not a huge variety of like all the different like classes of characters. Like there's one defense character, there's technically 2 ether characters now. There's only like 2 anomaly characters.
The game did just release.
It did just release.
So
I don't want to put that in con yet, but like there's also some like launching the game with only 1 ether character
is pretty crazy. Yeah, I like
1 defense character.
Yeah, kind of weird, right? But also like, at least they gave us some options. But yeah, it was kind of weird to see. Like, I still don't have an anomaly character.
Yeah,
and they give you Ben if you play enough.
Give you Ben,
so that's nice that they automatically give you the 1 defense character. But like, I don't have an anomaly.
And actually, you know what? While we're here, I will bring up one of the wants, which I won't. It's not really a con, but I hope they add more A rank characters,
Yeah,
especially on this point, because there is not enough characters to like if every character they add into the game now is S rank, and I have to save up forever to get one S rank character, and like my chances are just shit, and all of a sudden I just never get a like proper character. I hope they get more A ranks. I hope so. Because I would at least like to have like, okay, 2 of each character, because most of the things and most of like the team buffs or something are like 2 or more.
Yeah.
So like, give us another A rank ether character, give us another A rank defense character. Like,
we just need things to fill in the gaps. Like, obviously they're not going to fulfill the power of an S rank.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't. I don't think they should.
No.
But it's just like a filler so that the gameplay is accessible to those who can't be spending $50 every month on getting material and stuff to make these purchases.
I'm just slightly worried that we're gonna get into a situation where maybe there's some cool piece of content that releases that's like, okay, you need to have a good ice team for this, but having a good ice team requires, like, the only way to do that is to have like an
Ellen, Joe,
and Ellen's just gone for
we're gonna see Ellen way down the line later.
Yeah, like, I hope we can get a little more complete of a roster with just A ranks that like, everybody can access, and if that's the case, if we can get like a full-ish roster of just A rank characters, I don't care if every other character they release is S rank.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah,
I'll get them all eventually.
Yeah,
I'll just play. I'll keep like grinding eventually, and if a character like Ellen goes away, I'll just save up until she comes back. I don't get.
Yeah,
it'll happen. But if it gets to a point where I just can't even play content because I don't have S rank characters, which I haven't spent all the goddamn money in the world to get, I will be sad.
Yeah,
it'll make me sad.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No, you don't want that either.
No, I don't want that. No.
I don't want you to be sad.
Yeah, because then I'll be sad.
Yeah.
And we'll be sad because we have no A ranks.
Exactly.
Yeah, we just need some filler, basically.
Yep,
just some filler so that those who are, what was the word you said? Financially disabled.
Yeah. Listen, man, if you do the math for some of these A rank or S rank characters, if you want to guarantee an S rank character and you fail, because it's like if you get an S rank character, or if you're rolling for one and you get an S rank in like the Ellen roll or something.
Yeah.
If it's not Ellen, it's like a 50-50. So if it's not Ellen, the next S rank you get will be Ellen.
Yeah.
But if you fail the 50-50 and your luck is shit, you're looking at like $200+ for a character to guarantee it.
Which is it's a gotcha game
in Canada, to be fair.
Canada,
just to point it out.
Canadian dollars.
You know, money different everywhere, but
that's rough.
That's rough.
So that's a rough thing about the game, is that it's a gotcha game, but at the same time, like they've been pretty generous. I'm pretty happy with the team of people I've gotten so far.
Yeah.
Like this is just release, so obviously they're going to be like, here's a whole bunch of stuff. So we have to see, but like.
Yeah, that'll be something we judge, further down the line as it goes. But I mean,
definitely more.
It will never be as generous as it is now because the game released.
Yeah.
That's how it is. We'll have events. You just got to be patient, save up.
That's how these games are.
Yep.
Yeah, and for people who try not to spend as much money, we're not trying to throw away everything.
And if you really want a character, just pay $250 and guarantee.
Yeah, if you're that desperate, then make the effort. But gameplay wise, like even when it does say, hey, weaknesses is fire and physical, like a lot of the time, if your other builds are built well enough, you can skate by and make it work.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then I guess that was back to the wants, and then gameplay. So gameplay, back to the combat, just to round that up.
Yep.
It's crazy how much you can do with just 2 buttons.
Yeah. That shows that's a good example of just good game design.
That's really great game design. It allows you to do. It's simple, but also complicated.
Yeah. Like I saw some comments right when the game first came out, and people were getting like first impressions and stuff. There was some fucking stupid comment on Twitter, and they were like,
yeah, Zenless combat looks so cool until you realize it's only 2 buttons. And it's like, I was a little worried because that was right before I started actually playing it. And then I played it and I'm like, yeah, but that's also incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
Because it's not, they seem to be implying it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
But like, and like maybe it was simple or something. But like, yeah, it's simple in the fact that it's only 2 buttons. The fighting games are like 4 buttons.
Yeah. Yeah.
And look at all the shit you can do there.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the same thing. Like, there's so much stuff you can do. And like, there's hold the buttons combo.
Yeah. Or
You know, timing wise and stuff. Like,
do a 360.
yeah, do a 360 apparently with Nicole's EX attack. And it's like, ooh, what the hell, man? That's the little stuff, you know? That's the little stuff that makes some of the combat really cool.
Yeah, no, and I don't know. I find it. We both agree that it's a feat. We think it's like an impressive thing that they've accomplished.
Yeah.
Because I'm excited to go into the combat every time.
Yeah,
and between the parry system, the dodging, and the the like unique characters. Every time we switch up a team, it's like a whole new fight. It's like,
yeah,
it's so sick. Like I gotta make sure that Anton's in fucking burst mode and I'm not using up all his battery, or like I gotta make sure Ben gets a block in and before he slams because it does 45%.
Yeah, right.
So you're just like, it rewards you learning the characters, and you get so much to their kit. Even though you're just using 2 buttons.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing with Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hold Y and you block, which no other character does that.
Yeah, nobody else does
like,
block.
Nobody's blocking. Like, I know he's a guard character, but like, or what's another example of that? Yeah, like the combos, like Ambi, like you hit bubble like that, tap it, and then you hold and slam them, and maybe you want to hit EX instead and do the huge burst. Like, I don't know, there's like versatility to it.
It's just it does a lot with a little, you know.
Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah, really cool way of doing it.
Especially if you go watch some gameplay. Like, I'm not sure how much gameplay will be present in this video, but if you go watch some gameplay, like what you're watching on screen, you're like, whoa, and then you hear 2 buttons.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, the parry's 1 extra button, but like,
I guess so.
Combat wise, like if you're fighting, like it's like 2 buttons, and you're doing like insane cool stuff with Sokaku where she's like doing spins and like flips and slams, and it's insane. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's super sick. It looks awesome. It's fun to play. Fuck.
Yeah.
But I guess that leads us sort of into a con I think I have for the combat, which I guess we'll say we haven't done chapter 3 yet. I'm
only on chapter 2, so we're not that far.
He's finished chapter 2. You finished.
I finished it. Sorry, done chapter 2.
He finished chapter 2. He's like 1 level away from 32 or something.
Yeah.
To start chapter 2.5.
I've been doing a lot of extra stuff. I like to. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm weird.
Just be a little completionist about it. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, that's how I go.
So I don't know. I don't think this is gonna change by the time I get to chapter 3, but who knows? But at least at the point we're at, the combat often feels too easy in a way. Like, the enemies don't really feel like they're dangerous to you. You're fighting the time limit, and you're fighting to get a good score.
Yeah.
Basically, or like get a good time.
Yeah.
But it doesn't ever. I don't think I've had any moments in the game so far where I'm like, if this motherfucker hits me, I'm gonna die. Or like, my life depends on getting these parries perfectly.
I am curious whether the Hollow Zero is gonna do that. I feel like if anything were to rank up to that part, it'd be the Hollow Zero, because
it would be, yeah.
Yeah, they can get kind of intense, but like, I still haven't. The only death I had was because I accidentally left Sokaku alone, AFK.
Yeah, and then he got up and left.
And I come back and she's like 1 hit away. I'm like, no!
Some little guy just...
yeah. Like, no!
Yeah.
So like, my only death was because I accidentally left the game on while I went and got water or something.
Yeah, and I mean, I've died a few times, but also it's just because of me not
paying enough attention.
Yeah, you do kind of have to be locked in a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
But
it's like I said, it's mainly for the time.
yeah. It's mostly the time. It's like a time trial game as of right now, and that's fine. But it's just, I also agree. We like challenge in our games.
Yeah.
So, and also we have been playing games for a long time, so maybe this is just a us thing.
Yeah, maybe.
I thought about that. I'm like, oh well, maybe
It could be an us thing. Yeah, it could be.
Maybe we're just insane.
Maybe we're just too fucking good.
Sorry, guys.
We have done a lot of like duo rating on Destiny 2, which is not exactly.
Don't say that loud on camera.
It's not exactly a normie.
It's a tall feat, and yeah. So we're a bit extremist when it comes to our. I should say we're a bit masochist when it comes to our gaming experience.
Exactly. We're masochists here. That's exactly.
We enjoy the struggle of the game, to a degree, and yeah, I don't feel like that's present. It can be a struggle to match the time, but I like, this guy's not gonna kill me.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna die to this
Super power level, just god tier Doulahan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ben.
Yeah, like they feel very. Like the challenge is burning through their bullet sponginess and like getting a good time. It's not like if I don't like. I want to be scared. I want to be scared.
Yeah,
of this
I like.
fucking boss.
I'm worried that I want to be worried that I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
I do. I want, because even in like the Hollow or, what is it? Oh, it's in the boss rush things. That's like their whole thing is like, did your party members die? Did your party members die twice? Did they die? And I'm like, never. This has never been
once,
like, this is not gonna be a problem.
Nobody's even gotten close to dying.
Yeah, and they're like bosses. Like, no. Yeah. Anyway. That's arguably like a nitpicky con again, just because obviously we just like difficulty.
Yeah,
we do, and we're playing on challenge mode and everything. By the way,
I would slightly. Yeah, that's true.
We are playing on challenge mode, so even then we're still.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, we've been playing on easy this whole time. Yeah, we should probably mention that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would prefer it if the enemies hit like 3 times as hard.
Yeah.
But had like 30% less health.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah.
Just across the board. Like make them slightly easier to kill, but make me scared of fucking up.
Yeah. Like one mistake and you're done.
Yeah.
Not one mistake, but you know what I mean? Like it hurts. Like it needs to hurt if you miss a parry or if you whatever, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
We're on exploration.
Yeah, which is an interesting one. I feel like this won't take too long.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
There's obviously the one side of the game, combat, which we've been over. But there's a whole other side, which is, the exploration part with all the TVs and stuff, and like all the Zero stuff and all that, and it's really unique.
Yeah, it's super unique. Plays like a board game, kind of.
It kind of does, yeah.
Kind of plays like a board game, which is cool. But then they use elements to like play the story out in it, which is cool. Like in chapter 2, when you're dealing with Belobog.
Yep.
They have like the like 4 screens takes up like a machine.
Yeah, right. It's like a bigger unit. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, that's the machine that we're going after. That's cool. So that's like part of the storytelling is you can visually see that's the machine I'm chasing.
Yeah.
But the game doesn't have to use so much of its what do you want to call it, bandwidth or like data or whatever.
It's a cool way of doing like environmental storytelling without actually having much of an environment like rendered in game.
Yeah, like it like saves the resources so they can do cool stuff like have a bunch of flashy animations and you know what I mean,
like Call of Duty and being 150 fucking gigabytes plus.
Yeah, and now runs on mobile.
Yeah,
so you can do all these cool like little stories within this board game-esque mode. Yeah, it's still fun. I feel like the puzzles that are in it are like thought-provoking and can like sometimes they actually take a little bit to like work through, and it's like a bit of a refresher from the other gameplay. Like it's like something different. I guess that rolls kind of into the con though. Let's do that because they kind of connect. Is that's also kind of a con is that sometimes it's not thought-provoking and it's a bit of a drawn out experience.
Yeah, it can sometimes be a bit of a slog to do the exploration stuff. And I think some of it has to do with like story stuff as well. Part of it, like
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I moved 3 fucking tiles over, and then they're talking to me, and I can't move, and then they're showing me what the other thing is doing, and then I move like 4 more spaces, and they're talking to me again. It's like, okay, I just want to fight people again. I want to play the game again.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't bad, really,
Yeah.
but I feel like there doesn't need to be as much of it.
Yeah. It's a bit there's a lot because you're doing it for like a lot of things, like the story, and you're doing it like they have their own missions as well.
Yeah.
And then sometimes even in the combat ones, like that's designated for combat, I think. Oh, maybe not. No, it's just the exploration. Yeah, so there's like a whole exploration section, but they're also doing it in the story. And then you're also doing it in the Hollow Zero.
Yeah.
So that one I actually find more fun.
I do, yes. Hollow Zero, the version of it there, is way more fun. It's
And-
kind of like roguelike elements.
Yeah.
I think that plays more traditionally like a board game.
Yeah.
You know, the exploration versions of it and like story and stuff. Mm-hmm. And like you don't have people blabbing in your fucking face.
Yeah,
every
you just
minute.
get to there's like shops and like bombs and like the stuff you have to break and like puzzles you have to figure out, and it's all randomized and stuff.
Yeah, when it's like that, it's way more fun.
Way more fun. I feel like
It's really fun that way.
Yeah.
It's a cool way of just doing it.
it's like playing like a low tier roguelike, but like within the whole other game, and it's like,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, and there's like fun elements to it, and
Yeah,
puzzles, and
it's a good time.
the Hollow Zero one I really like. But yeah, the story one can be drawn out. It's because you're like listening to these characters talk. You're like, oh yeah, I know we have to go get the machine.
Yeah, you're telling me that the machine is moved. I saw it move. You showed me it moved.
Yeah.
And now you're telling me that it moved.
Yeah, it's a lot of show and then tell.
Yeah.
Which is wild. Which, yeah, I mean,
It bogs down a bit of the story, I think, sometimes, because it's like I just want to play.
yeah, which is weird because a lot of their storytelling is really good. Like their little comic segments, which we didn't really bring up actually. They have like little, so they have normal cutscenes, but then they also have like these bits where it's like a comic book.
Yeah,
And those are great. Those are great for storytelling. Those are awesome.
the story stuff we didn't really put it down on much. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, like the story stuff. I actually really enjoy the story.
I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really good, especially because it's like you wouldn't expect it to have like anything crazy.
Yeah, like the prologue chapter is, you know, with the cunning hairs and stuff, and like the strongbox stuff, and a lot of it is introduction into the game. And then you have chapter 1, right? Yeah, it's chapter 1 with Nekomata.
Yeah, Nekomata. Nekomata shows up with the Red Fang Gang.
Yep.
Problem.
And I feel like chapter 1 is more of, like, you have the prologue, which is kind of an introduction part of the game, and then chapter 1 is like more character driven, I think.
Yeah.
And then chapter 2 is more like cinematic in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like, chapter
There's
2
a
is
there's a really cool ending on that one.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm really excited for the next chapter. Like I didn't expect it to take a turn that I was like, ooh, what's what's next? Like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's cool that it's actually like drawing us in.
But like having a story that plays out in like 3 different versions is
It's
such a cool
so
way to do it.
refreshing. Yeah,
Because
totally.
like you have, I mean, it's kind of 4, because sometimes you're running around.
Yeah, sometimes you're running around like the town, or like so you're running around town, exploration, the one that we were talking about with the TVs,
Yeah.
comic books and cutscenes.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's so cool.
And then, I mean, there is just like, you have like sections where you're talking to a character, like you and Belle or you and Wise, whatever. You're talking to each other. And then you have the comic things, which are really fucking awesome. I love how all of those look. They're so cool. And then full-on cutscenes, which obviously are more rare.
Which are rare, but they're all good. So
They're all good.
Every single one.
They're all awesome.
So cool.
Yeah. But doing it like that keeps it fresh in a way. You know?
Yeah, I'm like,
It's not just like I'm doing the same thing and like I'm watching the same like dialogue things over and over again.
yeah.
Like the way they do it that way keeps it really fresh.
Yeah, every time like the comic thing pops up, I'm like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
I'm like, cutscene, oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's cool.
And then having just the little, I guess that kind of circles back to UI of having the skip button tell you what happens.
Oh, that was huge. It was huge. Yeah, so like I'm like, oh my god, I just want to battle, which is fair. Like the battling is so fun. And I'm like, I just want to fight. Like, I just want to fight. I need to just skip this dialogue bit.
Yeah.
So I go to skip it, and yeah, it like comes up with like a little like overall like what they said
Yeah, it
and
tells you
everything,
what
and it's like
happens in the thing you skipped, and like it's
like a quick little read. It's like less than the text we have here.
Yeah.
It's like Nekomata feels worried and says that we should pursue the Red Fang gang.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great. That's all. Okay, move along.
Yeah, right.
Because a lot of the time it's like more character development things, or like you get to see the characters interacting, and it can be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I totally understand the appeal of that. But yeah, it's just like sometimes I'm just like craving smashing ethereal skulls into the ground.
Yeah, and thankfully they have a really good way of like archiving all of that stuff. Like you can go back and look at any like
any cutscene, any of the interactions. Like, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's a really good way of doing it. And,
yeah.
Like I don't really care if I skip something or whatever, because I'll just go back to it.
Yeah. You know? We can just go look it up later, or if we feel like it's literally like a book. Like you just go read it. It's cool.
Be good now, right?
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else. Yeah, no, that was it. Yep.
Yeah. So the last little section I think we'll do here is we have a couple things that we want from the game.
Yeah, so we already mentioned the A ranks, which is I think the biggest one, I will say. Like that is like that kind of needs to happen for the larger player base to stay.
Yeah.
Because if they don't accommodate that, then it's gonna be a huge money grab, or it's gonna seem like a big money thing, which I don't like. But
which, to be clear, I don't know how they do it in Genshin. I don't know how they do it in Star. Whatever. I know people are saying, they're very similar in how they do a lot of this stuff, but I'm trying to just take this game as its own thing and see what they do with it.
They're different developers too, so like we don't know exactly. Like they're in the same team, but it's like a different. They're in the same development team, but they're like a separate group, right? Like it's like who knows?
Yeah, it's like Microsoft and then all the things below them.
Yeah,
like it's
like so many.
It's another team, so we'll see what they do with it. But as for other things, give us skins, all right?
Yeah.
Give us skins.
Obviously, the game just released, so this is something that like we wouldn't expect right away anyway. But there isn't even like a menu or like a hint that it's happening yet right now, so it's just something to bring up.
Yeah, skins would be really funny.
I think it'd be very welcome, and I feel like getting Billy in like a dumb bunny suit or something. You know what I mean? Like hilarious. There's comical options that are like funny. Yeah. Or even like. Yeah, there's like lots, and it's always cool to like see the characters like in a different outfit. Yeah. Right.
Waiting for the inevitable swimsuit event kind of thing. It'll happen. Next summer. Thing, all right. Mark my words. If they ever give us skins, they'll do a summer event with bathing suits,
and then they'll just make so much money. They'll make so much money.
Such an unfathomable amount of money.
It would be like there's no way that they aren't thinking about it, but we're just vocalizing it just in case this does get any traction. Like it's a good thing to bring to people's attention. That it's probably a good thing to add. Mm-hmm. The only thing that I thought maybe would be a worrisome thing is that it might take up our master tapes. And I don't want them to take up master tapes. I want it to be a separate thing, probably like boo pans, but instead it's like costume pans. I don't know. Yeah. Like I don't know. It needs to be a different currency thing because I just don't think it is. If they do add it, but I would hope that it's like a separate entity.
Or just let us buy it outright.
Or just have it literally just be a purchase. Yeah. Which would be cool.
Yeah, I would spend like $10.
I'm like, I want the Grace skin where her fucking grippers are out. Okay,
I want the Ambi swimsuit. All right, just give it to me.
I'll give you $10 for the.
I will give you $20 for an Ambi swimsuit skin. I'll do it.
Don't say that. No, don't say that.
$25.
Stop.
$35.
All I want is like on in just a bow. dog, just a collar, just dog outfit.
That's
Like
kind of racist, all right? Chill, relax.
specious,
Specious, okay, asshole.
Theronist.
Moving on though. Dude, give us team up attacks too. Team up attacks.
So okay,
sick.
yeah, team up attacks. Like, so there's already one in the game, so we know that there is room for like them to add them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's to clarify, it's with Kaleda and Ben.
Yeah,
But to be fair, I don't know if it actually changes if you don't have Ben in the squad. Like, I think it might just be one of her animations technically that adds Ben in, kind of thing. So it's more the inspiration, right? Like team up attacks would be so sick. Like if you have 3 of the Victoria housekeeping maids, maybe they have like special team up attacks they can do together.
And honestly, there might be some in the game that I don't know about. Already. Like I don't know, but like just that concept is so cool. Like, have like a cool, even if it doesn't actually change anything for the battle, say, it'd be cool if it did. Yeah. But just having an interesting animation, like, I don't know, Billy and Nicole, like, getting into like a little tussle, like, because they like to fight. Yeah. And like something like that, and then they like smarten up, and he like tosses her, and she's like,
really cool. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it'd be cool. It's just a little
cool stuff like that.
Yeah. Like there's already a lot of really cool character interactions with the same factions. Yeah. Like they have little voice memos and stuff like that, and so there is like some details in that regard, but it would be cool to see like a.
Yeah, I would really like to have team up attacks.
Yeah.
I think it would add a little bit of extra layer to like building a squad of like similar faction, you know?
Yeah.
Which would be really cool. I mean, I don't know if I don't think I need it to do anything in particular. Like I don't think I need it to like be meta or do anything or have a
I just want the flash. I just want the cool teamwork.
Yeah, it would be just super cool.
They've already like built this, like they're all gang, like, right? That's like the cunning air. It's like,
yeah.
So it'd just be cool to see that synergies between them.
Like, you know, Ambi's doing flips all over the place, you know? Like, what if there was a team up attack where, like, Ambi tags in and, like, grabs Nekomata and, like, swings her around or something?
Yeah, like, that's sick.
Or something. Yeah, something cool like that, you know?
She runs up and, like, Nicole, like, lifts her and then she slams or something. Right. Like, just little things. Yeah. It could be cool. Like, it doesn't need to, anyway. It's just putting it out there. Because, the Ben one with Kaleda is super sick.
So cool.
Just slams it into the ground. Like,
we'll put that in the universe. We'll throw that
Yeah. That just needs to be spoken out word so the universe can deliver.
Yep. And finally, I think this is probably the biggest want.
This is the biggest want, and it is selfish.
It is selfish. Yes. But, my god, a co-op mode would be so fucking awesome.
So we talked about the Snake game. It's like an arcade thing. That's like the only co-op there is. Sean and I primarily only play games where we can pretty much duo everything and just
yeah.
Like it's just like me and him was like let's just go and
Root of Nightmares. Let's just do
it. You and me. It's fine. Like let's just get it done. And anyway. We just want to be able to play the game together. Like right now, we just kind of sit in Discord and like chill and both play, which is cool. It's cozy. But like, me being like, okay, Sean, I'm calling you in. Yeah.
Just give.
It gives you like a little heads up, like that hit right bumper, and you have to accept it, and you come in and like. Yeah. And then you get to fight for a bit. Like that'd be so sick.
Yeah, like the beginning of the game is just Ambi and Billy. So if it's like a duo mode, like just 2 of you tag in and out with each other, that would be so fucking cool.
Like every parry it switches, and you just gotta be on the ready. Like that
would be so awesome. I would love that so much. Just being able to play.
They don't even have to have both characters on the field at the same time. Yeah, because that's when things get complicated for scaling and stuff. But just like let us tag in, because it's literally just a normal fight, but now we both have control. Yeah. Which is just sick. It's so cool. It's just it would just be like another fun mode to like, even if it's like an arcade thing, like just a high score, like it'd be funny if they did like in the arcade, like it was like, it's like the characters and they're like, this looks a lot like me. Weird.
That would be funny. That would be really funny. Yeah, I don't know. Like, imagine if they did some, or like even if you have if you do a different one where it's like multiple characters on screen at once. you have like a defense mode where you have like waves of enemies coming in, and you have like 3 or 4 people on screen just like playing together. That'd be, the game's so flashy, and I feel like it would probably be a technical nightmare to do.
That's my thing with
That's
this.
how they built the game. But I would love it. It would be so fun.
Yeah,
It would be so fun.
it would be really cool. A co-op would be awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like a huge ask. I feel like that's like like the other ones are very obtainable and very like, yeah, that it'd be shocking if they didn't do these things already, but it's just good to speak them into the universe.
Yep.
But that one's a bit like, that's like a functionality questioning of the game.
If that's gonna happen, they're either working on it right now or
It's
like,
never
it's
being considered.
yeah.
I hope so. I really want, because people are already talking about it. Like, it's not just us. I've seen it online that people are like, "Oh, this be," and people are like teasing that they're doing it too. Like, that's.
I mean, imagine how cool it would be if we got both co-op mode and team up attacks
at the same time, and then like Lycon's fucking spinning core around. Like,
it would be so cool. It would be
like, you know what I, like. Yeah, that'd be sick.
yeah.
I feel like most of these are already gonna happen, but it's good to put them in the universe.
Yep. Right in the universe.
Yeah,
Speak them out loud.
that's
so
right.
They happen.
Someone may hear this, you know.
Yeah. Cross fingers. Developers, give us skins, give us swimsuits, and team up mode.
I don't want swimsuits. I want.
What now?
I want them to dress up as each other.
That would be so fun.
I feel like that'd make a lot of sense for the cutting hair specifically.
Yeah.
But
would
I
be
can see
hilarious.
Ambi like jokingly being Nicole, and like that's part of the skin. Is
Yeah.
like it's me, Nicole,
That would be hilarious.
right? You know what I mean? Or Billy could pull it off.
Billy dressed up as Ambi.
Ambi with the
Hilarious.
skirt,
Yeah.
like
That would be really fun.
Changes their
That would be-
animations
that would be
and shit.
good, like April Fool's
Yeah.
event
you
thing.
right?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah, skins would have a lot of possibilities.
Kalita's just wearing a bear mask,
Yeah.
which is fucked.
Yeah. I mean,
bear.
yeah, and I mean you could do cool stuff with skins where you could like give them slightly different animations for certain
Yeah,
stuff.
which obviously they're okay with doing.
Yeah. And I don't think it would, I mean, it's important to note before we speak about any kind of game development part that like game development is not easy.
It's
Things
insanely
that
tough.
might seem easy are not always that.
No,
Like it's not that simple.
Oh, you want it so when this guy dies, the round ends?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just spend 30
Have fun with
minutes.
That, yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
oh my god.
We've done our
We've done a little bit.
Done a bit.
And that little bit is enough to humble us and be like, oh my god.
yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't think of anything that like having skins on would interfere with, because the characters are not really like your in-game models and in-game renders of characters aren't really doing anything in particular that like.
The only thing it would do is increase how much download. Like,
Yeah, maybe.
but I mean, I'm sure a character doesn't take up that much.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Who knows? I mean, adding a skin for a character, like you can then copy and paste the animations.
If
for
you
the
want,
most
but
part.
it sounds like, I mean, they might even.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Who
like,
knows?
if you copy and paste like 8 out of 10 animations
Yeah.
and then do 2 unique ones for their EX attacks or
Yeah.
dodge or something, you know, like that would be cool. But yeah, I think we're good, right?
Yeah, that was kind of it. Yeah, overall, we just love it. The style, the gameplay,
Yeah. It's
Like-
it's really goddamn fun.
yeah.
I mean, if you like how it looks at all, just give it a try.
Just give it a try. It's free.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, that's how they kind of get you to come in and
Yep.
whatever. But like,
They get you in, they give you all this stuff.
they're like, here's all this cool stuff, and
Leave you stranded on an island and say, hey, $200 for a character, please. But like,
play chapter 2. Play up to chapter 2. Finish chapter
Yep.
2. And if you don't like it,
yeah.
I think that's like a great way to like, because I feel like that's like pretty much most of the game
I think
at
so,
that
yeah.
point. Well, like, obviously we don't know yet because we're not that far, but
Yeah, I mean, you can get through chapter 1 and 2 without having to like sit down and grind. Really.
oh yeah, like
You
it's
kind of get past chapter 2 and like get into chapter 2.5 or like 3. There's a good chunk of like grinding there.
and I feel like I could have like sped up the process. Like I feel like I've taken longer than I probably should have. So which is kind of nice. Like I've just been leisurely playing and it's been super fun.
Yeah, I mean the battery charges that you get on hours, like more time. If you haven't played yet, always use your battery charges because they give you XP for how much you consume.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to get level locked out of stuff later on, once you like finish chapter 2-ish, I got level locked from stuff because I was like, I don't know what materials I need to get, so I'm just gonna not use my battery charges. That was really stupid. Okay, that was a stupid idea.
Just do something.
Just do something.
Just do something.
Doesn't matter what. Just do something.
Just use your battery because it's going to waste. That's the only thing you have to like micromanage.
Yeah.
Is just make sure you go and use your battery.
But that's also just like beginning game stuff. Like,
yeah.
It's
like, that won't matter later on, I'm sure.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Do we give it a rating or something? Is that stupid?
I give it 5 Seans out of 10.
That's a really bad rating.
Yeah, sorry. That was just an example.
Like middling. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. That's a bad rating.
I give it 3 broken hands out of 4.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's a good rating. Yeah, that's like that's like 3/4.
Yeah, something like that.
That's 3/4.
That's numbers, right?
I don't know. Do we do a rating? Like,
I'm here to do a fucking rating, man.
I don't know.
It's a good game. Go play it.
Give it.
Try it out.
I give it 5 out of 6. Carlos's broken legs.
Which is accurate numbers too.
Yeah, he's only got the one left.
He's only got the one
He
left.
can't do anything.
I'm an idiot. Just play the game. Just give
It's worth a try. And if our hyping up didn't sell you, then you weren't interested in the first place. You wouldn't have clicked on the video if you weren't interested, though. So
yeah,
you must be interested, and this is your push to go and try it if you are, because it's cool. It's like there's a lot of passion in it, and honestly, it deserves at least a try.
Yeah, you're not gonna lose anything by trying it.
No,
like it's they don't.
You can get a bunch of characters without having to put a dime in it.
Yeah,
and
especially now. I mean, the launch of the game is often the most generous time. Like it won't ever be. You won't ever get this amount of stuff in a gacha game ever again at any point in its life cycle than the launch. So yeah, give it a try. Play it. See how you like it. If you don't like it, whatever. But
and then if you don't like it, you can come back and yell at us in the comments.
Yeah, exactly.
You've earned
permission.
You've earned that right.
Yep. If you hate it, just tell us.
I'm curious to hear people's opinions.
Yeah.
Because I've seen them online, but it'd be cool to just, if anyone wants to have a discussion about them. We obviously like talking about this game.
Yeah.
We had to compile 3 pages of notes to get over everything.
Yeah, hit us in the comments, alright?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Because we like talking.
We like talking.
Obviously.
And I don't know how long this video is, but it's probably
it's gonna be
like over an hour and a half.
It's gonna be long, for sure.
Either way, it's just a really fun game, and I think it's worth at least trying.
Finish chapter 2. Just finish chapter 2. You'll be like, yo.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, you get a good example of what you're getting in those 2 chapters.
I think so.
And I mean, all right, if you finish the prologue chapter and you still want to play, then finish up to chapter 2. But if you finish the prologue and you're not really vibing with it, whatever, drop it.
That's a great. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, yeah. Go play it. If you like it, let us know.
Yeah.
I want to talk about it.
I would love to talk about it with anyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want to hear everyone's favorite character too, because I think Ambi has the most fans.
Yeah, as she deserves.
I think
I'm gonna go and after this, because I was an idiot and printed this out in color. I'm gonna go cut this out and place it somewhere.
You gotta laminate it.
Yeah, I'll laminate this.
Yeah, make it all nice.
Yeah. Why did I print out the other one? The other version of it. That would have been smarter.
Oh well.
Whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching.
Yeah, this is a long one, so thanks. If you made it to this point, like,
yeah,
shout out.
Yeah, huge shout out.
That's huge.
Honestly. Let us know if you made it the whole way. Tell us how many broken legs Carlos has in the comments. All right, that's a good way to do it, right?
That's awesome. Yeah, that's funny.
We'll see you for more My Hero though.
Yeah,
Hero's coming back next week. Should be.
I hope so. I'll be really mad if it doesn't.
I just want to get back into it, man.
Like, we'll have to do another one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you like this kind of video too, let us know. And
We need
let us
feedback.
know.
We love feedback on anything, opinions, anything.
Yeah.
Like we just, it's helpful to hear because it would give us some direction and also give us like some nod that you want to see content from this game, or like, hey, do you like us talking about games? Like it's just we're just starting out, so if anyone has that has a desire to see something else from us, like we're here for you, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of making stuff because we want to make stuff and we're enjoying it, and we just had the idea of doing this. So,
Yeah.
and we didn't want to leave you without a video for a week.
Yeah, we're thinking of you guys.
If there's another delay, we will watch the third My Hero movie.
Yeah, that's probably good. Yeah, because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, so we'll watch that if there's another delay in the show, which there, I think, probably will be in the next few weeks here.
Probably.
Because the Olympics is happening. In
That's problematic.
yeah, so I don't know. Either way, we'll have something for you, whatever it may be.
Keep showing up on Tuesday.
Yeah,
There'll be something.
there'll be something. All right. Catch you later.
Thanks again.